This video is all about how you can effectively write your research statement for the Fulbright Scholarship for your master's or PhD program. If you haven't seen my other videos on the Fulbright Scholarship, you can see the playlist. It will help you a lot in creating, in writing, and in drafting a wonderful applications, and will make sure that you actually get this scholarship. So do watch that videos and do subscribe for the coming content. Now let's jump to the research statement and see how you can write it out. Let me open my Word document. So, for writing a very effective research statement, you have to particularly answer these 5 questions. Now, the thing is, it's not necessary to answer these questions in a particular way or in a particular paragraph. Okay, so the sequence can be changed, but it's very recommended that you follow the same structure that I am drafting here for a well draft research statement. So the first question that you have to answer is, what do you want to study? So it's not only about what you like. You have to be obviously very clear and very simple words. You have to mention like which course you are aiming for, and what's, if it's a master program or PhD program, and what's the field. Okay, so you have to be very clear in that, like tell them openly that you have this interest and you want to pursue this master's program, or like you have to obviously mention that if it's a master or PhD program, and you want to pursue it from the following university, and things like that. So once it's cleared, you also have to mention how's that gonna help you with your future goals. Because if you remember that in your personal statement you actually mentions your goals as well, so it's particularly good to write them down here as well, and not in an elaborative way, but you have to create a link, and it's not about your personal goal, it's related to your studies goal, and how those studies goal will help you in creating a positive impact. Let's say if you come back to your country, how you are going to apply your study, when you, yeah, so whatever you learn from here. So this is the first thing you have to explain it in a detail, and obviously it's the first paragraph, so you need to be it's better to make it very attractive, so that it grabs the attention of the reader, and they stay reading, your whole research statement with open mind and things like that. Don't use harsh words, don't use words like that's actually create a very strict perception about you. So be generic, but be specific to what you want to achieve with the studies goal, and how that's going to help you. And remember that the limit is 750, so you cannot spend a whole time here, and you have to contribute to other things as well. So keep it short, and though it's not a personal statement, it's a research statement, so it should be related to the education, to the studies, to the master or PhD program you are aiming for. The second thing is, what you have to mention is how what you have studied or worked. Okay, so sometimes what happens is some of the students are fresh graduate, so they don't have any work experience, they only have the whatever they have done in the bachelor program, so they actually have only that experience. So it's totally okay, and it's not a problem. So you only need to know how to actually draft them down and mention it here. So for that, actually you need to know, in the personal statement there is a paragraph in which they ask you about how the educational background and things like that. So you don't need to tell all of that here again. Okay, but the thing is, you have to mention that in a very short term, short lines, so for example, what you have studied for, if you have any background, right? Let's say I did my bachelor's in economics. Why economics? Okay, so you need to tell you about why you went for economics, and that economics program actually help you, what was the aim behind that, and now why you want to pursue economic in the master or PhD program. Okay, and what changes you wanted to do for that you actually pursued economics in the first place. So it has to be a linked. Okay, so what you wanted to achieve, for example, I wanted to tell that, okay, so to see things like, when I saw like children out of school, healthcare problems and things like that, I thought like better economic policies can help my country in this regard in getting out of these all problems. So that's why I went for the economics in my bachelor's, and then obviously to further grow my abilities and increase my knowledge, I am pursuing economics in my master or PhD program, and that will actually help me in when I go back to my country in working with the relevant authorities and devising policies that will eventually help my underprivileged community. So this was the link. Okay, you don't have to be very elaborative here because you actually cover this part in your in the personal statement. And what you about worked, so the thing is whatever you have worked in that personal capacity, okay, in achieving that goal, so towards that goal, and actually obviously any link that actually creates that actually tells the reader that you were passionate about it, so you have to actually mention that. So and right, what's the, I always say, what's were your learnings and experiences from those projects or works, or if you have worked in a professional capacity, what you learn from those experiences. So you need to focus on that rather than just listing them down. Focus on them, how that helped you. Okay, so it can include educational background, and if you do not have worked in a professional capacity, so you can mention the project that you actually took or something like that, or you any internship you did or some any development work you did. So it can be mentioned here. And if you have worked in a professional capacity, mention that if that professional capacity work is related to your goals or aims or ambitions, there will be some link that you will have to create. Okay, so you have to mention that. The third thing is, now it should be, so whatever degree or you are going, or whatever major you are doing or going to do in your in the USA, and like from whichever university, you need to research about it. You need to know details about it. So you can go on the website and you can search about the, let's say, professors who actually have same passion like you in their research work, have patient. Yeah, so you actually find them, or what you can do is actually so you actually see what the motto of the programs are, and then you actually mention your motto, your passion with the program's passion, with the program's motto. And if there is a particular professor whose interest matches with yours, that you actually mention that, okay, so I have the same interest and I want to do the same, let's say, sort of research. You have some thesis statement. So obviously if you are a fresh graduate, you might not have done some research work previously, right? So in this case, what you can do is you have to mention, like, any project work that you actually did and how that resonated with your passion and how you want to upscale it. But if you actually did a master's program and now you are going to a PhD program, so what can happen is you actually mention the research you did, okay, and then find the professors whose interest actually resonates with yours, and if they have some ongoing research, mention the professor name, mention the university name, and specifically tell, okay, I want to work with him or her in this personal capacity or something like that. And the good thing can be, let me tell you, if you can, this is pro tip, if you can actually reach out to that professor and can ask if they are looking for some, let's say, research assistants or things like that. You can tell them that you are aspirant of the Fulbright scholarship, and if you get secure this scholarship, will they be able to give, will they be allowing you to work with them or something like them with them or not. So if they give you permission, that can be your plus point, and you can mention in your research work, or you can actually attach the proof of your email with your application, so that the research committee know that you are very serious about it. And so yeah, so they actually give you more importance because you have done extra milestone, and they are sure that the professor is willing to get you on board as well. So this is what you can do. This is a pro tip. And the fourth thing is ready for the program. It's like, obviously when you go to USA for a master or a PhD program, the workload increases a lot. So yeah, you have to make sure that it's not like that you say, okay, I am ready mentally and physically, I have enough stamina. It's not like that. You have to mention in through the examples, you have to convey the message that you are a strong person, and you can actually overcome all the burden that this program has will put on you. So for example, what you can do is you can actually mention the research work or something like that you did, or you can actually mention the struggles that you went through. But even all these struggles didn't stop you from where you are at right now, and you actually got out of them, and you reached to this point. So this is very crucial, how you can answer that. It can be answered in a multiple way. You can answer in the term of your research, or let's say you can also answer in the problems you had in your life related to academic or something like that. So it can be answered in a multiple way. Now you have to choose which is more important for you, and which actually created hurdles or something like that, which actually challenged you. Okay, so the thing, it should be like how you overcome your challenges, how you overcame your challenges. Okay, so this is crucial. Now the last part is obviously it's why USA. Okay, so you have to mention why are you interested in pursuing master PhD program in USA. Obviously one of the reason is that, okay, so well reputed universities and things like that. To be honest, everyone will write that. Okay, so to be honest, everyone will write that. And you must know that it is also a culture exchange as well as the academic. Okay, so it has a portion of culture exchange. If I say not all, but it has some portion, right? If you are focusing too much on academic without focusing on a culture part as well, that's not plus point. And if you are focusing on the culture part, no academic, that's also not a plus point. So have a middle background, be middle on somewhere. Give importance to academic, but do mention the culture part as well. So what you can do is you can actually mention, okay, so one of obviously the universities are definitely well reputed. How those experiences that you have in the USA from a well developed society will actually give you more ideas, and how you actually will be able to convey or implement when you come back to your country, how that will open your mind. How the obviously when you live in a developed society and you come back to a developed country, you actually get some more many ideas what you can change in your country to help it more developed. So you have to see what program, let's say for a technical program, see that you will be like obviously technological advancement the USA inspires you, and you want to know more and things like that. You are curious about it, like how setups work, how things works, and how this program will help you in these things. And once that done, you also have to mention what benefit you will give to the people there. Okay, and because the culture exchange program as well, and how when you come back, how you will create a positive impact image of the USA in your country. So this is very crucial as well. So include the culture part as well as the academic part. So yeah, that's all about the research statement. I hope you liked it. If you want to know more about things, you can mention in the comments. And definitely you can also subscribe the channel, because I am going to put a lot of more content on my channel and will help you in securing a scholarship. So yeah, so that's all. Take care, have a good day, see you soon again.